In the wake of the school shooting in Parkland, Florida, an emerging storyline has focused on the activism by high school students. Arizona 360 visited a classroom in Tucson where students are lobbying for a change in a different way. Christopher Conover shows us how their lesson in civics goes beyond any textbook or video.
I'm just a bill. Yes, I'm only a bill.
This is how adults, now in their 40s and 50s, like me, learned how a bill becomes a law. But times have changed.
When we left here on Thursday, I had said that HB 2373, sort of the bill that we've been working on and following through the process, was dead because the Appropriations Committee was not going to hear it.
Seniors in teacher Steve Painter's government class at Tucson's Sky Islands High School are getting a first-hand look at how state government works.
Anybody know where he's based, which city?
Instead of reading a book or watching a video about civics, they're lobbying for a bill in the Arizona legislature.
In the conclusion, sort of a call to action, what do you want them to do?
Have them pay less out of pocket.
I don't think before it started that they knew anything about a majority whip or a majority leader or a minority leader and what roles they play. So we were going to go into the computer lab where you guys will start banging out these emails.
The bill being championed by the class would give Arizona teachers money to buy classroom supplies.
Obviously, we do have a very serious problem here in our state in terms of funding our teachers.
The bill sponsored by Tucson Democrat Kirsten Engel, who came to the school before the start of the legislative session. So the class began writing letters. And there was a trip to the state capitol.
We were actually there for Environmental Day, but while we were up there, we also kind of snuck in the education bills we were working on. It was really heartwarming to know that they look at us and they care.
Initially, not all of the students were on board with the assignment.
I was very skeptical at first because they get thousands of emails every day. Why would they take the time to read some high schooler's email? But after hearing that they took it into consideration, I'm pleasantly surprised, and I am glad to be proven wrong.
The students' efforts paid off for the proposal.
The students really got behind it when they sent some emails out to members of the Education Committee, and prior to that they weren't really interested in hearing the bill in committee, but then once the emails rolled in, they decided to put it on the agenda.
More than lobbying, the class is actually learning about the way a bill becomes a law.
Oh, I didn't know any of the steps to do it, and now I know pretty much all of them, and it's a lot harder than I thought it would be.
I've never done something like this before, so it was definitely interesting, but I've grown to enjoy it and appreciate it a lot more.
The class learned a tough lesson about legislation when the bill was stuck in committee.
This morning and last night we worked together to put together a combination package which was approved today in Cal.
But then it gained new life when another Tucson lawmaker, Republican Todd Clodfelter, amended it onto another proposal. But that did not ensure passage.
You failed to pass House Bill 2377.
That brought on a new letter-writing campaign, this time to get another vote on the bill.
We are lobbying the main people, the majority leader, the minority leader, and the two co-sponsors to ask them to help push everyone to be like, hey, reconsider this bill.
So that looks good. And then the final one is the call to action, right?
I actually do want this to pass. It's not just me wanting to participate in the class. I actually feel like this needs to happen because the teacher, they help build these students up to who they will be. If we can't help them with education, then why do we have the education system?
It's not easy to become a law, is it?
No, but how I hope and pray that I will. But today I am still just a bill.
This assignment was a first for the class, but will become a regular project going forward. The bill students want passed is on hold in the State House. Lawmakers could bring it back for a vote this month.